It's silent, it's armor-piercing, and in the year 1139, it was officially declared hateful to God. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we aren't using gunpowder. We are using the most disrespectful weapon in human history. To understand why, we have to go way back. Most people think the crossbow is a medieval European invention, but they are wrong. This mechanical monster was actually invented in ancient China around 600 BC, during the Zhou dynasty. A guy named Mr. Qin looked at a regular bow and thought, what if I made this so easy to use that a guy with zero skills could kill a warlord? And he succeeded. When they dug up the first emperor of China's tomb, those 8,000 famous clay terracotta warriors, a massive chunk of them were holding crossbows. Fun fact: the Chinese even invented the Chu Ko Nu, which was a repeating crossbow. Yes, a wooden, literal machine gun crossbow that held 10 bolts in a magazine on top. It was the original, spray and pray. But the weapon didn't get officially banned until it made its way to Europe. Fast forward to the Middle Ages. The year is 1139. Pope Innocent II calls the Second Lateran Council and officially bans the crossbow, stating it is murderous and hateful to God. But why? It wasn't about religion, it was about the social order. Imagine being a duke. You have a fancy horse, a $1,000 suit of custom steel armor, and you've trained in swordplay for 20 years. Then, you step onto the battlefield and get instantly sent to the lobby by a peasant named Grog who hasn't showered in 3 weeks, just because he pointed a piece of wood at you and pulled a trigger. The Pope thought it was too dishonorable for Christians to use against each other. It was the 12th century version of reporting someone for aimbot. So, what happened after the Pope banned it? Absolutely nothing. Everyone ignored him because the weapon was too good. In fact, King Richard the Lionheart loved the crossbow so much he used it constantly, which is hilarious, because he was eventually shot in the shoulder by a peasant with a crossbow and died from the infection. Karma is real, folks. I took this illegal weapon into the final circles of PUBG today because my brother Blindoctor basically dared me to suffer. He told me, bro, use the crossbow, and I, being a man of the people, decided to lose my sanity for your entertainment. The crossbow didn't stop in the Middle Ages. Fast forward to the 1960s. While the world was playing with M16s, the Montagnard tribes in the jungles of Vietnam were haunting everyone with traditional wooden crossbows. These guys were the original PUBG bush campers. No muzzle flash, no bang, just a soft thwack and a soldier disappearing into the leaves. And if you think modern militaries don't use them, you're wrong. Up until the late 80s, elite units like the Indian Navy's Marcos Commandos kept these in their kits. They weren't just shooting regular bolts, they had specialized tips laced with cyanide for instant results. In this first clip, watch this poor soul. He thinks he's safe because he doesn't hear gunfire. He's looking for a muzzle flash that doesn't exist. He's playing a shooter game. I'm playing a horror movie. That's the Blindoctor influence right there, making me play like a ghost in the grass. Let's talk about the mechanical monster in my hands. In PUBG, we're likely using a tactical compound beast like a Barnett or a PSE TAC-15. The draw weight on these is often over 150 pounds. Every time my character reloads, he's basically winning an arm wrestling match against a steel cable. By the end of this match, my character's left arm should be 3 times bigger than his right. Every miss with this thing feels like a 5-minute funeral because the reload is so slow you could literally go make a sandwich, eat it, and come back before the next bolt is ready. And let's talk about that bolt drop. Aiming this thing at 100 meters is like trying to throw a wet noodle into a mail slot from a moving car. It doesn't fly, it falls with style. If you hit a headshot with this, you aren't just lucky, you're a mathematical genius. We made it. Final 10. 6 kills deep with a weapon that belongs in a museum. The lobby is in shambles. Imagine checking the kill feed and seeing your teammate got taken out by a crossbow. That's a 100% chance of an immediate rage quit. But here's the reality of the battlegrounds. You can be a silent legend for 19 minutes, but all it takes is one guy with an M416 and a lucky spray to ruin the dream. We were inches away. One more bolt, one more silent takedown, and we would have achieved the impossible. We didn't get the dinner, but we gave them a story they'll tell their grandkids. Or at least a reason to check their bushes next time. Six kills. No dinner. One giant headache. This was all Blindoctor's fault, but honestly, it was the most fun I've had in PUBG in a long time. If you want to see more suicide missions and deep history, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep this hustle alive. Huge shout out to the man himself, Blindoctor. Go check his stream, tell him I survived the crossbow challenge mostly, and show him some love. Link is in the pinned comment. I'm out. Stay silent, stay deadly, and I'll see you in the next circle. Peace.